Today I have found an amazing neighborhood in Menifee. This is Meadows at Cimarron Ridge by Pulte Homes. This community features some absolutely awesome floor plans, from a single story, really well laid out, to a massive 4,000 square foot home. I think you're really gonna love it. I can't wait to show them off. Let's dive in. First up, we've got the Bristol floor plan. This is a 4 to 5 bedroom, 3 to 4 bathroom, 2,550 square foot floor plan. It is single story. It's actually one of my favorites. Let's head in there and check it out. One of my favorite features inside of this home is this flex space right here. This is actually being set up as a formal living area right now. It could be a dining room, but it's also open to your family room and dining area and kitchen. So it's really great for entertaining. My next favorite feature is actually right here. This is a little nook space that's right off of the kitchen and dining area. This is really great for the kiddos as they're in school, doing homework, whatever, and it's right around the corner from where the rest of the family is hanging out. I've never seen this inside of a home, so it's a really, really cool feature. Next up, we've got the Oxford. This is a 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 3,520 square feet. Let's head in and check it out. My first favorite feature inside of this home is actually this downstairs master bedroom. It's completely separate from all of the other rooms in the house, so you've got some extra privacy in this floor plan. Favorite feature here is this massive loft. The entire upstairs is dedicated to guest bedrooms and this loft, so it's a really great place for the kids to drop all their stuff, relax, watch a movie, or do some homework. Next up, we've got the Shelton floor plan. This is 6 to 7 bedrooms, 4.5 to 5.5 bathrooms, 3,994 square feet. It's an absolute monster. Let's get in there and take a look. features here inside of this floor plan is this multi-generational space right here. We have a living room, a bedroom right behind here with its own bathroom. It is great for the in-laws that need to come live with you or maybe stay for some extended period of time. They've got their own privacy, their own living space. One of my favorite features upstairs is actually this ensuite bathroom. You've got your bedroom right up here at the top of the stairs, and then right in here, you've got your own ensuite bathroom, so tons of privacy for maybe one of the older kids. So now that we've gotten a chance to check out the beautiful model homes at Meadows at Cimarron Ridge by Pulte, I want to come back here and break things down for you. This is where we're going to talk about the cost, the taxes, the HOA, the amenities, tell you some of the pros and cons, and really lay it all out there for you. So let's dive into some of those details. First off, let's talk about some of the pros in this community. I would say number one, these are some pretty unique floor plans. I actually really love some of these floor plans. I see homes all day long, all the time, and they all just start to look the same. And this was one of the first model homes that I had walked to in a while that I said, wow, this is totally different than what I normally see. So that is a huge pro in my opinion. On top of that, these are large lots, most of them over 10,000 square feet, meaning you're gonna have a big backyard space, plenty of room for whatever activities you can plan out there, which is unique as well to new construction. Often these new builders are cramming as many homes as they can into a neighborhood, and you're having to sacrifice that yard so they can build like 2 or 3 extra homes. And that's not the case here. They've actually done a really good job to make sure that you're gonna get plenty of yard space. Now let's talk about some of the things to watch out for, maybe some cons or just some things to be aware of before you move to the community. Number one, I would say the remoteness of the location. So when we dive into price, you'll absolutely love that. What you're going to get for the price as far as the house and the lot size and all that is really, really great. But you're a little bit more remote Menifee than you would expect. And it's actually kind of right on the border of Menifee and Paris. You're further from some shopping. Not too far, you're not gonna be driving a half hour to get anywhere. It's not that remote, but it is gonna take you an extra 10 minutes to get to some sort of shopping or dining or anything like that around you. So remoteness of location, just something to be aware of, but this is a growing community and you're getting in an amazing price point now because there's not much around there, but it will continue to be built up. The other thing I would watch out for is the property taxes. They're a little bit higher, which is common sometimes with some new construction. We'll dive into the specifics on that here, but it will cost you just a little bit more in your annual property taxes to live in this community. Now let's talk about the amenities inside of this community, and I would say that's actually a huge pro for this community as well, is it does offer a lot as far as some of those amenities go. So you may be a little bit further out location-wise, but you're gonna have a lot that's gonna keep you within the community. So some of the features you're gonna get there, you're gonna get a pool and spa, fitness center, walking trails all throughout the area, fire pits, pickleball, rec center, and a dog park. So there is plenty for you to do here that will come with an HOA cost, which we'll dive into in just a few, but you're gonna get a lot to do that's gonna kind of keep you in this center hub from having to drive out too far to get to things. So let's talk on the property taxes and HOA. This is kind of the nuts and bolts as far as what goes into your monthly payment. So not only are you paying your principal and interest in that monthly payment, but typically you're going to have the rest of these costs impounded in there, and that's going to dictate your overall monthly payment. So the HOA for this community is a little bit higher than we typically see, and that is because of all the amenities that you're gonna get. So you're gonna pay $170 a month. I'd say that's honestly actually like mid to high range. There are some that are significantly more and offer less amenities. So bang for your buck as far as what you're getting is not that bad. So $170 a month for your HOA. Property taxes. Now, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that those vary greatly from neighborhood to neighborhood, anywhere from 1.1% to 2.3, 2.4% a year. Now, what does that mean? You take your home purchase price and then you divide that by that percentage, say 2%, and you break that down into 12 payments, and that's what you'll be paying monthly on your property taxes. So the special assessments and property taxes here for this community are 2%. So you're gonna take that, what your purchase price is, divide that by 2%, and that's going to tell you what your annual property tax will be, divided by 12, and that'll give you what you're going to pay per month on the property taxes. So I know the question you're asking now is, how much do these homes cost? You've been watching all the way to this point, and now I will share it with you, but two caveats first. First of all, these are base prices for the homes. That means that as you add things and upgrade things along the way, it's going to cost you more. You can still get it for this price, but if you start to add anything, it's going to cost more. And this does not include anything like a lot premium. So if there's a lot that has a special view or a corner lot that's a little bit larger, something like that is going to add to the price of these homes. Second caveat is these are prices as of today. Right now, when we are recording this video, these home prices will go up every single phase release within this community. So if you'd like current up-to-date pricing on exactly what these homes are going for as of the date of you watching this video, give us a call or schedule a Zoom call on the link here in the description, and we can get you all of that information. Now moving on to the actual prices for these homes. The Bristol floor plan, the first we took a look at, is priced currently at $688,000. The Oxford floor plan was the second home we toured. That one's going for $737,000. A third floor plan, the Ashford, we did not tour because it is not modeled at the community, and so not modeled, but that one is $752,000. And then last but not least, the Big Daddy, the almost 4,000 square foot Shelton floor plan, selling currently for $778,000. Now let's move on to talking about the schools here in the area. If you're moving in with a family, you've got kids, obviously this will be of concern for you. So I'm gonna tell you what schools are assigned, and then we're going to give you the grade on that school, a number 1 out of 10 based off of greatschools.org. That's a grading system that we use. You can visit the website there if you desire. You can look up these scores on these schools. You can also get a whole bunch of reviews and testing and all that kind of information along the way. So for elementary school, if you've got someone that age in your family, then you'll be going to Ridgemore Elementary School. That is rated a 5 out of 10 on the greatschools.org chart. Middle school, you're going to Hans Christensen Middle School, which is a 5 out of 10 as well on greatschools.org. And last but not least, for high school, you've got Paloma Valley High School, which is higher rated. That is a 7 out of 10 on greatschools.org. Now let's move on to solar. So again, if you watch these videos ever here on the channel, then you know that solar panels are required to be on new homes that are constructed here in Southern California. And with that, you're going to have two options. Number one, you can lease these solar panels with a fixed monthly payment, or number two, you can outright purchase those panels and own them. So I'll give you the pricing and then I'll tell you probably what I would lean towards if I were in your shoes.
First off, you've got the lease, which is a 25-year lease. They'll put the panels up there for 25 years. At the end of that, you get the option to purchase the panels at a discounted price, because obviously they're 25 years old at that point, or they'll just remove them from the roof. For that lease, you've got a fixed monthly payment of $173 per month for the smaller floor plan, and then all the way up to $243 per month for the larger floor plan. I will tell you, this is not going to cover your entire electric bill unless you keep your AC set at like 80 degrees, okay? So it's going to be a supplement to your electric bill. You are most likely going to need to add panels if you desire to zero that out completely. Now for your purchase, that is the next option. You can outright purchase those panels. You own them. They stay up there for the entirety of the lifetime of your ownership of the home. That option is going to be an outright purchase of $31,000 for the smallest floor plan, all the way up to just over $40,000 for the largest. Same thing applies there. It's not going to cover your entire electric bill. Now, which one of these is better? If you can, I'm going to recommend the purchase. And why I would recommend that is that's going to go into the overall purchase price of the home. It's financed over 30 years if that's what you're doing for your financing. And so that you're going to get to take advantage of incentives and tax rebates through that purchase. And the monthly payment will be roughly about the same as the lease once you put in that 30-year fixed mortgage. So I would lean towards that if you can. If you have to go towards the lease, that's fine. You know, if your pre-approval is, you know, $700,000 and you can't go above that mark in adding those solar panels as the purchase puts you over that, then lease is a totally fine option as well. You're just gonna have that fixed monthly payment in 25 years down the road. They're gonna come saying either buy us out or we're gonna take the panels off. So both are good options, but just keep that in mind. If you can do the purchase, I would recommend it. Let's wrap all of this up with a few tips that come along with buying new construction. So I'm gonna give you 3 things that you need to know before you make a purchase here in the community. Number 1, if you absolutely loved what you saw here today and you want to go check out those homes, you need to call us first. Pick up the phone or schedule a Zoom consultation on the link in our description, and someone from my team will reach out to you and set up a time to go in with you to view these properties. Why is that important? Because if you visit this property without a real estate agent on your very first visit, you have elected to not have representation throughout the transaction. It actually means that the sales office, who is employed by the builder, will be representing you on the sale. Who pays their paycheck? The builder pays their paycheck. And who pays if you bring a real estate agent in? Actually, the builder pays us for you to bring us in, and we get to negotiate against them to get you the best possible deal. So it's very important that you come in with one of my members on our team to make sure that you get the best possible deal and you get fair representation throughout the process. Please pick up the phone and call us before you visit so we can help you with that. Also, I want to tell you about the financing. When it comes to buying a new construction, you are going to be highly incentivized to use the builder's lender. It's going to come with some incentives that will be tied along to that. Sometimes it's $10,000, $20,000 worth of closing costs, special interest rates. There's all sorts of things that we can negotiate for you, but the one piece that they may hang on to there is that you use the builder's lender. So even if you're coming in with your own lender, that's totally fine. You will still have to pre-qualify with the builder's preferred lender to make sure you're qualified. Then they're gonna throw those incentives at you, and odds are 9 times out of 10, your own lender won't be able to beat that. Honestly, even if it's your brother and sister that are helping you on the lending side, they're just gonna have to hand it off to the new builder because they're gonna give you all those incentives and it's gonna be way worth it for you. Last but not least, 2 things that these homes don't come with that most people don't realize, because you saw those beautiful model homes, they looked great. You need to be aware there are no backyard landscaping included in these homes. You're gonna get a dirt lot with a tiny little stoop of concrete poured outside of the back slider, and that is it, okay? So the rest is going to be dirt. It's up to you to do that later on down the road. And when you move in, there are no window coverings inside the home. You better plan on day 1 bringing somebody in to put blinds and curtains and all that kind of stuff inside the home, or you're gonna sit down to watch a movie the first night you move in and you're gonna be staring directly into your neighbor's yard, or they're gonna be staring directly at you, seeing you sitting there in your pajamas, and that's pretty embarrassing. So just saying, you're gonna wanna account for that. That's it for our breakdown on this community, Meadows at Cimarron Ridge here in Menifee by Pulte. Really great community. Again, a little bit more of a remote location, but I think you're gonna get a ton of bang for your buck. The area is gonna get built up. So if you get in there early, I think it's a really good opportunity. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's content, do me a favor, hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Any questions you have about this community or new construction in general, or Temecula Valley questions, leave those in the comments below. We monitor those on a daily basis and we'll get right back to you. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.